do. Oh, I hate when this chair does that. Hello, everybody. Yes, I adjusted my bra. Hello, everybody. It's, it is an evening to talk. I was going to do a whole, like, real video kind of podcast because I need to do this video over that I have done twice. And it was messed up twice. Put my microphone close. And I was going to do a live, but then I guess I'm probably going to film it. Maybe. I'm annoyed now, but I got it. It was a good video too. It was a good video, and now I have to redo it because the sound was so bad, so terrible. But anyway, anywho, I need to decant because I said I was gonna send some decants to somebody, ask them what they wanted, and then sent them. Was just about to send it, and noticed I was sending everything that I didn't say I was gonna send. So I'm fixing it. Cord. I have so much in my head to talk about. So let me grab some stuff. We'll start decanting and then we'll start chatting and then I'll decant some more and chat some more. I have a plan, which is already saying a lot for me. Hey, Drea. So let me grab a couple of more. Oh my goodness. Where's it? Okay. Hey. I see people coming in, but I don't see a lot of them saying anything. Hello. Hi, Deidre. Hi. Oh, oh, my elbow is bothering me. I think we're gonna see a chiropractor. Once I know my insurance will pay for it, I'm gonna go see a chiropractor. Hi, Judith. Okay, we 3 minutes in. Hi, Sunflower. Let's start talking. Hold on, let me get. Hi, Sunflower. Hi, Judith. Okay, we're gonna start talking. We're gonna start with work. Let me tell you. Whoa. Oh, say, where's my stuff? Okay. Oh, there's the other one. Okay, I'm good. All right, so we're gonna start out with work. You know, I'm working a new job, right? And I am co-teaching a science class. So it's not my class because y'all know I'm a math teacher, but I'm co-teaching. And so if you don't understand what that means, as a special education teacher, I come in to support to ensure that the kids that have IEPs are being serviced. So what I mean by that is their accommodations, making sure that the things that are written into their IEP, which is a legal document and says these things should be happening in their, in classrooms, is happening in this one. Because and what that means is a co-top means that it is a general education class, but I'm in it. So just so I make that, now, which means that I don't necessarily. Okay, I can be part of the process, but it's really more so that and I'm there and I can teach part of it, there's different ways to co-teach. There can be different ways to do things. So anyway, anyhow, anywho. So part of the things we have to do in my school is do lesson plans every week, and things like that. And you teach in the class, right? So I'm teaching, and this guy he's a new teacher. He's new to the school, just like I am. So we're both two new people, right? So it's an environmental science class. Okay, cool. At least it ain't something like physics, even though I've taken physics, and advanced physics. I just don't really like physics anymore. Okay, let's get out the technical. So anyway, now he's a little bit older than me, but he's one of those people who thinks of himself as cool. You know what I'm saying? Which is always problematic, because if you're this older person who thinks you're cool, you try too damn hard with kids. And I'm just being honest. The ones who think they're cool, especially when they're older, try too hard, right? Kids respect you. Like for me, for instance, I lean into the fact I'm older. I could be your grandmama. Shut your ass up. See, that's how I lean into it. Because some girl said, grandma said, I'm not old enough to be your grandma, but I am a grandma. That's what I'm talking about. Even though I am old enough. But anyway. So that's what happened. So, okay, so that's that. So then he was saying that he hadn't really taught this class either. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll support it any way I can. And then he was saying, he had some good ideas. And let me say this, he got great ideas for things. However, execution is important. Okay, so he's all over the place. And clearly he don't listen to the shit they tell us in our meetings, because of some of the things he was doing. Okay, so the first week of school was this whole, norming week. And when I say norming, it's like, they created the instructional leadership team created a plan for the week. Like, and every class had every day, every period had something different to teach, to talk about. Like, say, for instance, if you're doing seniors, you might be talking about, why this year is important, things like that. I mean, everything from, the expectations of the school, all that stuff is talked about, right? So each teacher, each period has something to teach. Now, I appreciated the way they did it, because a lot of times you go into these situations and they tell you, well, this is what we want you to do. And then you got to try, and they don't tell you to the last minute. And then you got to try to figure out how you're going to do this thing they want you to do. Like, okay, I want you to talk about school norms, right? So, let me just tell y'all. Okay. So I come into now I'm looking at this, and it was all on a little sheet, a spreadsheet, each person, what you're supposed to be teaching in your class, right? So I get into second period. Now, mind you, they got everything. They got the slides you need. They had handouts, so for the kids to do, to keep them going for the full class period. So I'm like, okay, this is cool. So even though I gotta do, it's I'm gonna introduce myself to these kids, blah, blah, blah. So I'm coming to his class expecting us to be doing one thing. Y'all, he didn't read the memo. Clearly he didn't understand what they said, because he doing something totally different that makes absolutely no sense. So I come in like, what the fuck going on? So that's the first week. So the first week is what the hell we doing week? I'm like, okay. I mean, the kid just like, and then he's like doing stuff like, I'm like your people. Like, I come from the hood too. This is the way he talking. I come from the hood, because that's what he told us in the meeting one time. I talk like them. They find out I'm just like they uncles. Okay. You ain't gotta say all that, dude. Okay. So that's the first thing. So now we get into to the regular class week, right? So now we got to do some shit, right? We supposed to be working. So coming to the first class, and he's got a video. Oh, what perfume am I doing? I am decanting right now. Merchant of Venice, Andalusian Soul. Andalusian Soul. Yeah. All right. So like, so now I come into the first class, and he's playing. Now, what he was talking about was really interesting. He was talking about, so he wanted to kind of get into environmental racism, talking about how the politics of how, in poor communities, they let you live with toxic shit around you, and it's in mostly poor communities, right? So he wanted to talk about that. So now he got a video. Now he puts the video on, y'all, and the video playing. What the hell just happened? See? What does it? Oh Lord! Oh, okay, I see what just happened. Hold on, the kids been playing with my shit. Now I gotta figure it out. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we sitting up here, and it's like, so I come in, and then he's playing this um this video. He has nothing for them, like guided questions or anything. He just got this video on, and he's telling them, "Hey, you need to watch this." And then he's like, pause. Listen to what they say. Listen to what they say. And the kids are like, "What?" Now, in the students' defense, the students kind of want to learn. They like, "What are we doing?" And I'm like, and I'm trying not to like go, I don't know what the fuck going on. See what I'm saying? Because I really didn't know what was going on. It was very confusing to me, right? So then he does it a second day, right? And I'm like, okay, so no, this is what he does. So then the second day, he's talking about how he wants them to find in the neighborhood to see what's going on in the neighborhood using Google Earth and stuff. I'm like, okay. So I said, okay, what exactly do you want them to do? And so then what I said was, okay, this is what we're going to do. I came up with a little worksheet for him to do, which was gave him a map, said look for 2 suburban places, 3 places in the city, 1 north, 1 west, 1 south. Take those zip codes, go into Google Earth, and see what you see. Do you see toxic sites and stuff? Because you can't see it on there, right? So I said, and list them. And then I said, and then say, what's going on, So that's what I told him to do. So, okay, that went kind of well. So now we go to the next day. Now I'm like, okay, I need these kids something to do that's going to keep them going. Because his whole thing is nothing is long enough for a whole class period, which is only 51 minutes. Hey, cousin. Oh, shit, what's going on? Oh, snap. Okay, so I'm like, oh, shit. So then I'm like, let me, what just happened? Oh, they done messed up with all kind of stuff, y'all. I'm wasting stuff. Let me see what my grandkids done. They've been playing with my label maker. There was no labels in it, but Brooklyn's been having a great time. I can tell. Mm-mm. So let me do this label length. No. Label length, okay. Oh, no. We don't do automatic. Okay. Now let me get back to it. All right. So then I'm like, so I say, okay, let me find out some information. So then I pulled up an article on Superfunds. I then did questions for them to do while they were reading these articles. So that was one day. So then it's like the way the schedule works in our school. On Fridays, we only see we do an A-B schedule. So we see half of our students, half of our, one Friday we see 1 through 4th. The next Friday we see 5th through 8th. So we weren't going to see them because it's a second period. Okay, so then Thursday I do this because I know we got to have an assessment once a week in the grade book. So I give them something else to do, and then I gave them a quiz. Now at this point he goes, ooh. Now, mind you, this isn't his only environmental science class. He's got 2 others. So then he goes, oh, hey, can I get a copy of all that for my other classes? Okay, sure. I ain't tripping, right? All right. So I give it to him. So now, last week I was gone, because I didn't go to work last week because I was sick all week. So, I wasn't in class. And so, class went on. Now I come back on Monday. And I'm like, so, hey, students, what y'all do last week? They said, oh, he gave us the book and we've been writing vocabulary words. I cannot make this up. He said they were writing vocabulary words. I said, writing vocabulary words? He said, yeah, we've done so basically you have to go through 2 chapters and write the vocabulary words. Anything that was highlighted. You know how in a textbook they have stuff that's the bolded and the highlighted words. Yes, they wrote vocabulary words out of the textbook. I'm not lying. So I was like, huh, okay. Because let me say this, as the learning specialist in the room, the special education teacher, part of my job is I'm supposed to look at the lesson plan and then make any modifications that I need to for the students that need support. Usually in the classes like science and stuff, depending on, I had to see what they're like, because sometimes they don't need a lot of support. So I can actually say I'm not using that much or whatever, but I have to put it in the beginning, right? So I'm looking at his lesson plans. All he got in each lesson plan is a video from YouTube. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So there's nothing there. There's nothing that tells me what we're going to do during the day. It's just this, right? So remember that. Remember I just said that. Okay. So Monday I'm asking him that, and then he had them some more vocabulary words on Monday when I got there to do. Okay, cool. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what we're doing. Now, because I don't know what's on these lesson plans, they're checking the lesson plans, and that is my job. And also, we're up for the school, the charter I'm now working for is up for charter renewal, which is a process. And the biggest part of the process is my department, because we have to be in compliance for all these things. We got all this legal shit we got to be in compliance for. And if we're not in total compliance, then that becomes a problem, right? And you need to be at 95% when they come. Okay. So because I have there's nothing there, I have nothing to speak on, which means that I can't. So it's like what I'm supposed to be putting in here in case CPS, Chicago Public Schools, pulls the files I haven't put in there because I don't have anything to put in there. Okay, so I'm about to back. So anyway, so this is all happening, right? So it's kind of stressful because if CPS comes in and they pull those files, I'm the one who gets called on the carpet about it, not him. I'm the one. Yes, his lesson plans are fucked up, but they're not going to care about that. They're going to care about the fact that we can't see what you're supposed to be doing for these kids that have legal documents that say certain things must happen for them. So it's a little stressful at this point. So now I'm a tad bit stressed, but hey, I'm just like, okay. Now, with this all being said, I'm not trying to say anything, because you don't really want to, I'm just not trying to tell on somebody like, yo, this dude don't know what he's doing. Let me backtrack okay, so now, with all this going on, he's like, he keeps telling me every day, yeah, I can't copy anything. I'm like, what do you mean you can't copy anything? So he's like, they ain't got my computer set up so I could copy. Now, here's what he's saying. When we all started at the same time. They had us in this big room, and they had us in a room doing onboarding. Part of the onboarding was they were giving us our laptops. They were set up. They were giving us our laptops. We were walking out, after going about our day, the rest of our day with our laptops. Yay. Y'all know how it is when you get a new job. You get your laptop. Yay. Oh, are y'all here? Because I see 24 people and y'all just, okay. So I was standing next to him when he said, "Hey, can I use my own laptop?" The guy said, "Sure. If you want to use yours, yeah, you can use yours." He said, "Fine." Now, obviously, the tech person has done something to his laptop because he's connected to the Wi-Fi. They don't give out the Wi-Fi pass, y'all. They put the Wi-Fi because they don't want you to know the Wi-Fi pass words. So somebody had his thing, and somebody put that on there, but they didn't they neglected to put the printers on. And we are in almost 4 weeks of school. He swears he be asking for tech to do this, and nobody will do it for him. So he can't print up anything. Then he told me we use Power School to do, Power Teacher and everything to do attendance and everything. And for a while he said, "I can't get in the Power Teacher. I can't get in a Power Teacher." What? He gives them an assignment one day, and he tells them to use Google Earth. And then I said he had a Chromebook cart. And then he says, "Well, I don't know the combination to the Chromebook cart to get to the Chromebooks." So the kids are sitting there like, "So what should we do?" I said, "Just write something down. I'll give you points." So now we this week. Now remember, I wasn't here last week. Monday, they're still writing definitions. So now we get to Tuesday. He has big colored pieces of, the big paper. He's put the different colors for each, I guess, class period on the wall. He writes on the board, write down a word one of the vocabulary words that you've learned. Now I want y'all to say something to that right now. That was their assignment. So that's what he tells them to do. Go write something on this piece of paper on the wall over here. That put your name on it. And that's what you tell them to do. Okay? Okay. So now I'm kind of circulating, hey, checking on them. And so then this group of girls looks at me and says, "Hey, so what do we do now?" I say, "Go ask Mr." He goes, she said, "Well, he told us to ask you." I said, "What did you say?" He said that this group of girls said, he told us to ask you what should we be doing next. I asked again because I was very, very confused at this point. I said, "What?" They said, "Yeah, he told us to ask you what we should be doing next." Now, I have not had any conversation with this man. I have not seen, but there's nothing on the lesson plan. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And I just looked up. I said, just go and do something. Just, you got some work to do. Go do it. And I sat down. I was like, this motherfucker that lost his mind. So basically, at this point, he acted like I'm the one taking this my class. So he, no, it's not that he checked out. No, it's he honestly having a clue about how to actually do this to like do lessons and stuff. So now that I had done a couple of things for the class, he figured I'm just gonna do it now. No, Negro, no. I got 2 math classes that I have to lesson plan for. I'm not lesson planning for this class. Because if I got a lesson plan, then they don't need you. They can pay me a little extra. You pay me 15 extra. I do this shit. Well, let me see how much they can give me. How much they would reasonably give me. Give me about $400 a week. Teach an extra class. You got me. So no, it was basically like he was expecting me to figure out what's the next thing we gonna do when I have no clue what you doing right now. Like, okay, well, she just gonna figure it out. She gonna make it work. The hell? So because I have to be responsible for something that is part of my job and I get evaluated on. I was like, I was having my our weekly SPED meeting, and so I talked to the case manager I work with. I said, listen, I didn't want to spell it out, because you never want to tell on a coworker. I'm not trying to tell on a coworker, but damn, do y'all know what's going on? So I was like, um, mm, mm. So I said, because I'm supposed, because we were talking about co-teaching and stuff in this meeting. I said, I don't know how this co-teacher is gonna work over here. I said, I'm concerned because we got CPS coming in, and I don't know. So I was like, okay, am I gonna have to, talk to him about what to do, whatever. So that was that. So my case manager came back to me. He said, don't worry, they kind of know what you're talking about. They're working on it. I was like, okay, as long as, because I'm not trying to make anybody lose their job, y'all. That's not my intention. But also, I'm not going to be in a class. I'm not going to be held responsible for something that I can't control. I'm already responsible for over here. It's in my locus of control totally. But this one I don't have total control of. I have a certain amount of control that I have to take care of. But in order to do my part, I need this done. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the issue was. So then I had a meeting with my math department head lead, and I just told everything. I was like, listen, this was going on. I don't know what to do. They called me and took me a little quick meeting after school. They was like, no, we're working on it. And now his instructional leader is doing all the lesson planning for a minute so that I can do my job. Because I'm like, look, I can't do my job with this bullshit. So that's what I had. So that's what we had to do. So now I'm a little bit less stressed out, because I was like, this shit's insane. But then now my math instructional leader, it's always difficult as a SPED teacher, because they really, Gen Ed people be stupid, be acting like, what? Okay, so we have weekly meetings. I have a weekly meeting on Tuesday morning. So when I get in the building at 7:30 a.m., I have to be in a meeting, y'all, on Tuesdays, because that's my department meeting. Well, there's a math department meeting, and she expects me to go to that too. Wait a minute, let me get this straight. You think I'm coming to 2 meetings once a week? Every week? Hell no. So I had my first conversation with her today, and I said, well, let me explain this to you. I have to go to the SPED meeting. It's about compliance. It's about the things that I have to do. I said, I'm not coming every week to this math meeting. That means I'm coming to 2 meetings a week. Absolutely fucking not. I wanted to say it like that, but I was very good. I said, so I'll try to come every other week, or if there's something really important that you need me to know, I will be there. Just let me know and I'll come. I said, but coming every week and doing 2 meetings, not gonna happen. I'll pop in when I feel like it. See, because that's what I used to do at my old school. Because they actually act like we're supposed to be going to these meetings, especially when you call them once a week. But I also got another meeting once a week. Oh no! See, because it's like, you're not paying me enough to go to both of these motherfucking meetings. No, because that's extra. That's extra. Because the Gen Ed people, so they don't have to come to one meeting, but because I'm a special ed teacher with more responsibilities in general. And then And then on top of it, she's asking me, well, what is your plan for next week? So they had us doing this diagnostic that's been taking forever to get done. So they want us to do this diagnostic. So I've been working on getting all these kids to finish this diagnostic. So now I'm finally teaching. So she's like, well, what is the plan for next week? What are you going to do? I said, well, first off, I need to understand the levels in my class, because we're talking about kids that are coming in on this diagnostic talking about grade 3 level math, grade 4 level math. So I need to first figure out what they can actually do and how I can get them there to do what I need a grade level. But there's going to have to be some, hey, I need to figure this out. She's like, oh, but you should have it. It don't work the same way. It don't work the same. Because I only do self-contained math classes because I prefer it like that, because I don't want to be bothered. See, that's why I don't like co-talk classes. That's why I don't like co-talk classes. See, there's two different types of teachers, special education teachers in the high schools. The ones who like co-talk classes because they feel like, they're modifying there. It's a little, but the load isn't as heavy. And people like me, I like self-contained. I like teaching by myself. I like it just being my fucking class. I ain't gotta worry about you. I ain't gotta deal with you doing a lesson plan, and I gotta try to figure out what the fuck you doing. I don't have to do none of that shit. It's on me, and I prefer it on me. I was never a group person. Are some of y'all group people? Because I've never been a group person. Never. Group projects and shit. I've always hated that shit. Let me do my shit my damn self. Let me get my grade my damn self. Now I know that that's a new thing. Hey, Claudia. But anyway, so next up that I am decanting is Suave Petals by Merchant of Venice. I was about to sell this, and I now still have it, and I might keep it because I'm now going, damn, I do like it. I don't like group projects. I don't like anything where part of what I do is dependent on you. So if you don't do your shit right, ooh, okay, I can't breathe again. I don't know why I'm fucking with shit. Okay, so there's that. Now, let's get into the other conversation. First off, did y'all hear that Frankie Beverly died today? Now, we know he was sick for a long time, but oh my goodness. You know that they gonna be playing that Silky Silky Soul. They gonna have, baby. But he has been sick for a while. So we can always say, okay, he was sick this whole time, but it's still like, wow, Frankie Beverly is gone. So we're gonna say rest in peace to Frankie. I mean, like I said, I do know he was sick for a long time. So that's first thing. Now we're gonna morph it to the next person who died this week. We all know who else died. James Earl Jones. Now let's have a conversation about James Earl Jones. Y'all, do y'all know what we're about to talk about, James Earl Jones? If you do, put it in the comments first. Girl, May's been trying to, Mays is done. Mays is, what they gonna do? They gonna find somebody who sounds like Frankie Beverly. However, it ain't gonna be the same without Frankie. It just ain't. In the first place, May ain't all of them are retirement age. Let's just say, I hope y'all put y'all money away. I hope y'all put y'all money away. Okay, so let's have a little conversation about James Earl Jones and what's circulating about him right now. Have y'all heard? And then I got some thoughts on it. So, if you have not heard, since James Earl Jones has died, there was a couple of interviews. Yes, there we go. Yes, 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 yes. There are a few interviews from when he was years ago, and his stance on dating and marrying black women. All right, which was he don't do it. Oh my goodness. He said, yeah, he don't date the sisters. Okay, now there's a particular uh, interview of him with with his with his then wife. Oh yeah, this is for real. No, James Earl Jones did not mess with the melanin crowd. No, 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 no. Um, so wait, it gets neither did Harry Belafonte, neither did Sidney Poitier. Okay. Um, I appreciate Harry Belafonte for his political stance, but I did but as a man. Okay. So anyway, even though I would have gave him some, but I might have been able to say, but I just got a tan. Okay, but anyway, he'd have been like, nope, you're too tan. Okay, but anyway, let me get back to it. So there's a couple of interviews of him talking about this. One in particular is him and his woman. Now, I watched what they have, and there's some pieces that are spliced out because they went for the, if they gonna put it on YouTube, they gonna put it, they gonna give you they gonna, put it just right. Right. So there's somebody claimed he did clear it up, but I've never heard of him clearing this up. And he said this back in the 70s, y'all. He said this 60s or 70s. I can't remember when. But anyway, so here's how it went. He's in this interview, and this man is making sure he says it on camera. White guy off camera. And what he said is basically they must have had these because the way he says it is like, we've talked about this before, pretty much like, yo, we've been off, off, but I want you to say this. I want you to say this shit with your chest, right? Okay. Now, I will say this. He hemmed and hawed around that bitch. He tried to get away from it. He tried to dance around that motherfucker a little bit. And then um he said he pushed. He was like, nope, you gonna tell me. So he got to telling him that no, he doesn't. Now I'm gonna say a few things because I watched all of it. Because there's a point we might stop because he starts saying some shit. You like, oh fuck you, James, fuck you. But I said, let me keep going. Let me hear what he's got to say. Now, first off, there's a couple of things he asked about the wife thing. Let me tell y'all what this man said. And I was like, let me say this. If he had said this shit now, he'd have been canceled like a motherfucker. However, he would have been canceled for a while because you know what? Black people, we forgive every fucking thing. Okay, so anyway, let's just go back to this. So he goes on. So he's like, pretty much, no, I fuck with them black broads. Mm-mm. He then at one point says, I cannot make this up. He's talking about his wife, and he was like, well, basically the man said, yo, she's white, right? And he was like, well, she's really not Caucasian. She comes from I guess she must have been Russian or something. He was like, she's Mongol, and she just claims Caucasian. Y'all know what I said when I saw that. I cannot say, we're not supposed to say the N word, but y'all know what I said when I saw that shit. I said, no, you did not. Right? And apparently he said something on the Tonight Show. If I can find it, I will post it up because that's what got his ass in trouble too. Right? I guess he said, so she, she's not white. She's not Caucasian. So she doesn't count. Y'all. Okay. Okay, she's a white woman. Okay, so anyway. So that's the one thing. So then he gets to talking, and the guy is pressing him and pressing him. Now, I will say some of what he said made sense in reference to Black women. One of the things he said, which is very true, he said, now what he said was that we are too, how did he put it? Was it basically we're too strong? Oh, we're gonna talk about Shannon Sharpe too. I'm gonna talk about him. I forgot about him. Thank you, Pauline. We're gonna get to Shannon. We're gonna get to Shannon too. We're gonna get to the Sugar Shack in a minute too. Okay. I got something to say about the Sugar Shack too. Okay. So yeah, I heard it too. So then he says, what? So here's the thing. So then what he said was this. He said that he was talking about the fact that so many things, because the guy was like, well, do you think that Black women resent Black men for slavery and all this kind of stuff? And so he said something that was very on point, was that he said is yes, of course they resent Black men. He said because they had, they weren't protected. Black men weren't able to protect them during slavery. They had to, their bodies were being taken and all these things, and the men weren't able to protect them. So yes, there is some, generational resentment. Now, the one thing he said, which also was like, damn, I can't dispute it. They were talking about, he said, Black women are the matriarchs of the family, right? He said, because so often we are taking on all these roles. And he said, and they don't want to necessarily take all these roles on. They want to do this, and the other. And that is so true. We're not trying to be this damn strong. We just have to be. It has been thrust upon us. We would like the soft life, but the reality is, and this is something that he didn't say, and this is so fucking true. Here, I'm about to say it, that a Black man will give a soft life to a woman of a different race before he ever give it to a Black woman, because he expects us, based on where we come from, we're supposed to be in there working as hard as they are. And I know this because I know how my brother rolls. He said things like this to me. So to a Black man like him, he's quicker to give that, instead of saying, understanding that Black women are tired, and a lot of the things that we do is based on we have to do, right? Instead of saying, I'm gonna give me this beautiful Black, and give her that life that she deserves, because Black women be out here humping out here, right? We out here. Black women are the most educated women, most educated people in the United States. We carry more education. There are more of us percentage wise that have higher degrees than most races, because we out here humping. We out here. I got a master's. B about to have a master's. Brandon's got a master's. I know women who got PhDs. I know too many women rolling around with doctors on their names, right? But we do these things because that's what we have to do. So as opposed to a Black man like that, who's in a position to take us away and let us rest and not be tired, they then look at us and say, "Ooh, you too strong, you too this, you too that." The same thing your mama was that got you where you are, right? Right? The same place your mama was that helped you get to where you are. You're not willing to take a black woman and say, baby, you ain't got to do that no more. I got you. No, you go the easy route and go to a woman of a different racial makeup, because in their culture, they are allowed, many of them, that's okay, because that's not what's considered okay in the black culture. Being a housewife, come on now. Mm-mm. Nope, not gonna happen. So, so his thoughts on black women were not incorrect, but it's what drove him away from us instead of driving him to us to say, look, I know where you are, and you know, like any black woman, I understand you because this, but you ain't got to do that with me, baby. I got you. See, instead of flipping it like that, like some black men do, not gonna say it's all of them that don't, but some black men do that. You know, all like, yes, baby, we doing this together. Whatever. His way was to say, "Oh, they too strong. Let me go get somebody else," and that's not a lie. Now, supposedly, and I have not found the proof of this, they're claiming that he um refuted that. He did come back and say that a lot of his feelings about that were based on his issues, things he had to work through. However, that didn't make him get with no black women after that. So I tend to believe that's some bullshit. Okay, I personally think if he did make that statement, it was based on the fact that the heat was fucking hot. That shit was hot. Shit. And then at the end of the the interview, he speaks to this lily like white woman, and she says, "Well, yes, I do see the way the black women are, and the intolerance, and how they are not accepting." Now, this was probably the '60s. The non-acceptance of our relationship. And I wanted to throw something at her ass. It's like, girl, if you don't shut your ass up, if you don't shut up, okay. If you don't shut up. All right, so that's that. I will not say any more about, but so yeah, I mean, I like James Earl Jones, um many of his roles, but as a person, no. Now let's talk about Shannon Sharpe, Club Shay Shay. Club Shay Shay After Dark. Okay, so let's talk about Shannon Sharpe, y'all. Let's have a little Shannon Sharpe moment. So, for the people who don't know, they're supposed, okay, today, was it today? Right. Okay. I'm gonna give you that one, girl. So, Club Shay Shay was after dark. So supposedly there is a, okay. So he went live on Instagram, and you didn't see it, but you heard him smacking that in between the thighs, getting it on with somebody. And she was, this blah blah blah, yada yada yada. Now his people are coming out to say that he was hacked. Oh, and it's definitely Shannon Sharpe. You can hear the voice. You know that's old Club Shay Shay. Shay 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 Shay, right? Shay Shay Shay, right? So I heard it. Now when you see it, it is clearly, the phone is kind of down. It's like on a nightstand or something, and it's facing down. Swears it was hacked. and everything. Now let's talk about that. See, this is why we're gonna talk about that. He swears it was his account was hacked, right? Blah blah blah. Okay, so let's just talk about that. Say Shannon Sharpe, you lying. Shannon Sharpe, you are lying. I should do a whole video why Shannon Sharpe is lying. He know he did that shit himself. I should do a whole. We gonna. You know what? I ain't gonna do a video. I'm about to pull this shit down. So let's talk about why we know he did it. First off, it was sitting down clearly on a nightstand. On a nightstand. And here's the thing. It wasn't like it was like you heard it from the beginning. Because let's talk about how things work. If you are in an intimate moment, it's not like you had your phone and then put it down. If you, because at the point that you really hearing it, he deep within them. He hitting it hard. You know, he hitting it. You can hear it, right? So there had to be some foreplay before this that we ain't heard nothing about, y'all. And all of a sudden it hit right there. Now, this is my thing. How did somebody hacking his account know this was the perfect time to go live? Because wouldn't that mean that they've been doing random lives on his hacked account just trying to catch him doing something? And how did they, out of all the times in the world, hack into his account, decide to go live now? So he trying to tell us that these people hacked into his phone and been watching him? Because that's the only way that it work. Let's think this through. The only way that this could have happened and it was hacked, that means your phone is hacked. That means they're watching you through so they've been watching your camera? Why? Why they pick you to do all this too? There's some other people that could be doing this shit too. Why? No, Shannon. Shannon, stop lying. No, clearly he turned that shit on when he wanted it to happen. Shannon, quit lying. Shannon, quit lying. Come on, quit lying, man. Quit lying. You did that shit on purpose. Right. No, see, the thing is, it was down. So if he was recording it, we would have seen them. All you do is hear them. So let me put that up so people can see. So all you can do is hear them. So it's not like you're seeing them having sex. You just hear them, right? So let's talk about why he did it. And there's something else I'm gonna say too. Y'all have heard that there's been these, like, you know, people been calling him they've been calling him Zesty. I'm not, this is not how I feel. I'm just saying what has been out there in the atmosphere. There's been these accusations of that, what they say, zestiness or being gay. It just put it out there, being gay. Now, to me, I'll be honest. Now, before I go in, so after I say what I'm going to say, I'm going to go back onto my issue with this whole thing anyway. So, and in the midst of this whole thing, he says the name Michelle. So everybody, oh, Shannon doing it. Oh. Come on, y'all. So now all of a sudden, amidst these rumors, you get hacked. They'll go live on IG on your account. And at the time they go live on your account with IG, you fucking a woman. I'm just going to let y'all all think about that. Okay. So, I don't believe that. Let me take off my... Do I need to take off my glasses so y'all understand where I'm going with this? Come on now. So now, of course, everybody's like, oh, well, Shannon. dapping him up, and the women like, ooh, Shannon sound like he. So effectively, that is up to his rep. Now, the other thing I said, and I'm just gonna say it. How do we know what gender Michelle is? Let me drink some water because my throat is getting a little parched. But how? Because that shit sounded stupid. Because everybody knew that was a lie. He was just trying to prove that he ain't gay, y'all. He just trying to prove that it ain't gay. But once again, who Michelle? Who Michelle? Here's my thing. That don't mean that was that Michelle, and that don't mean that was Michelle he was with. I'm telling you, this was all for him to get that rumor dispelled. He was dispelling that rumor, and he did the best because he could have kept saying, "I'm not," and everybody would say, "Yes, you are. Yes, you are." So now that, so there we have that. Oh, next up, I am decanting is rose all day. Oh, I got the old one. I got the original rose all day. I ain't worn this in forever, y'all. I'm gonna have to pull these out. I don't have that many apple fragrances. Oh, baby, this is top notch. So yeah, so that's all I'm gonna say. Now that I've said that, let me say this part. It is really sad and says something that a black male celebrity has to prove he's straight, and we really don't accept black men as, you know, gay black men that often. We've come a long way. We do love us some Big Frida Karamo from, you know, Queer Eye. You know, we have a sprinkle of gay men, black gay men that we love. We love us some Billy Porter. I know I do. But when it comes down to mainstream things like being into sports, or, you know, being just a little, you know, tough, we don't accept that. And so because I keep saying, you know, like sports and everything, I think that it's kind of sad that people have to hide who they are, because let's be honest, there's a lot of black male celebrities that are gay, but they have to hide who they are in order to be accepted and keep that money coming in correctly, so they can't live their true life. You know, they, as they say, they can't live out loud. They have to be um you know, they can't say this. They have to have a beard. They have to seem like they're, you know, like the women. Why? Because we honestly will not accept the fact that there are black men who are gay who might play football, or who are, you know, who are very traditional masculine in their look. They're good looking and stuff. So, you know, they want to keep, you know, they want to keep working in Hollywood. They want to, and the way they have to keep working in Hollywood is we got to be watching them. We ain't gonna watch them if they're gay. So they're going to lose their fan base, and you know, and so I think it's kind of sad, because the reality is they ain't with me, so I don't care. But if they play a good part, why should it matter if they are straight or gay if they're a great actor? Why should it matter if they're straight or gay if they're, you know, a really good singer? Like, for instance, we all know that Luther was gay, but it was always ambiguous gay. We pretty much knew Miss Luther was gay, but he could never really just come out with it, because then that would have, you know, a lot of us would have like shunned him, even though we love his music, even though he's one of the most greatest singers ever. He would not have been able to live to be the performer he was if he was just openly, especially back then, a gay man. Now we kind of knew Luther was gay and everybody skirted around it, but as long as he never said it, he could be accepted. Think about it. And that's a sad state for people to have to live in order to do what they love. Because remember, oh yeah, Sherman Hensley. Right, because remember when we know when Luther was in love for a minute. Because remember Skinny Luther, right? Skinny Luther. So so even though I'm joking about it, I find it a really kind of sad state of affairs for the men who have to not. I don't know what Shannon Sharpe's sexuality is, and I honestly don't care because it ain't like I know him. It ain't like I'm trying to fuck him. So it don't matter what he like, what he do. To me, on a personal level, I'm just being honest. But whatever he is, whether he's hetero or homosexual, the fact that he really did do that to dispel that rumor, whether it was the truth or not, is sad. It really is. No. So that's a now I'm just putting that thought out there for y'all. So even though I'm joking about it, I do find it kind of sad that this is the reality of how things are. So, but listen to the video. It was hilarious. Now, but I will say, I will totally agree that shit was hilarious. I was like, oh, all right now. Okay, but okay, Shannon. Okay, Shannon. That's what I thought. Oh, I'm a terrible person. I'm a terrible person. So that's on the flip side of it. Oh, now let's talk about Robes '08. Let's go real messy. Fragcom messy. Can we hit some Fragcom messiness? Can we hit some Fragcom messiness, child? Who saw the Robes '08? I know a lot of y'all don't know who this is, but have y'all seen Robes '08's video? Maybe. Whew. Let me know if you have. Let me know. Do I need to do a synopsis? Cause oh my goodness, my nose, it's terrible. I'm gonna have to go. Oh, dang, I've been on for an hour already. See, I'm finishing these up though, so I'm gonna finish. I got 2 more to do, and then I can get off. Okay, okay. So this what happened, right? Okay, so not synopsis. Okay, let me go blow my nose because I'm a little congested. What I just do with the damn thing? Hold on, girl, y'all. I done just lost. What the fuck? I lost. People are just dead. Hold on, let me do this label. And I'm gonna run and blow my nose. Then I'm gonna come. Ooh. Okay. Okay, y'all. So let's get to talking about it. Okay. Okay, here I am back. Okay, so let me tell y'all what happened. Okay. So Robes08 is an old YouTuber. He's been around for years. Because of course we know that Fragrance YouTube was primarily men for years. So he's an older YouTuber. He has a decent following, but he doesn't have a huge following. Like he's nowhere near like 100,000 plus. Like so many of them are like Big Beer Business. You know, a lot of them have larger followings, right? So he did this video. Now, the way he did this video, he based it on one particular scent that came out recently. And he discussed how he was pointing out how influencers are not telling the truth, and you can tell based on what they're saying, and you can tell that they're working with the brand but they're not telling it because of this. Oh, I didn't need it because I already put the damn thing up. That's why. Okay, so that's what he was saying. Now, the thing about it was, now the example he used was a specific fragrance that's come out recently, and then on top of it, he didn't just stop there. He spoke on specific people and pulled up video footage of theirs, and then broke down why he says what, to show that, yeah, based on this, this is this, listen to this. One of the things he said, which is something I've said, is you can always tell what is more hype and working with a brand per se, or trying to get with a brand, you know what I'm saying? Based on, do they talk about it later on? Does this become something that they talk about, or does it become something that they're like, we never hear about again? And we know this happens. We know this happens. So, and so he was breaking it down. I mean, he was calling names. He was naming folks, right? So that's what it was. Now, some of the things he said were some of the things that I have said. Now, of course, I haven't pointed out anybody. I say in general. These are the things that you can tell when, like, for instance, we all know when PR goes out and everybody gets it, and you can tell that there are talking points, and that's what he was saying. You could hear the talking points and what the brand wanted to be said, because all of them said similar things about the fragrance. one of the things they said, because it was an intense version of something that was out already, that it wasn't redundant and it was worth having it even if you have the original. So he was pointing out things that were being said that were true. You know, like I always say, y'all don't, people don't notice this, what's going on. But he went further to actually take film of theirs and show it. And he said he ain't done yet. I was like, this one right here. So, and he was saying, like, you know, so he was saying that, you know, they're not really perfume reviewers, blah, blah. Now, to be quite honest, I don't think of myself as a perfume reviewer. So I would never, ever deign to act like that. And when I hear them talking like that, that's why I was saying I am not a perfume reviewer, because they be like, you know, and when you, it's resinous and, you know, you get this hint of splash of aromatics. That ain't me. So that's why I'll never say that I am a reviewer. I'm just a perfume conversationalist who has a lot of shit, buys a lot of stuff. And I'm very comfortable where I am right now. And I've made a mental decision and a shift y'all will see coming. In order to just stay in my personal lane. Because like I said, I could say from the standpoint of gaining viewers, getting a lot of views, that I am pretty much shooting myself in the foot by not buying Bath and Body Works or Middle Eastern fragrances right now, because that's what everybody's talking about. So I am going against the grain. I am not doing it the way everybody does it to be popular. So now with doing that, it's freed me to really think about some things I need to do. And speaking of that, I had a Perfumers Collection video that I have shot twice, y'all. The first time, I forget, I accidentally deleted it. The second time was a really good, I did a really good video, and the sound was terrible. So so I got to redo it so I can post it up. But that is what I wanted to say. So yeah, so that's what he was talking about. Um, so that's what he's talking about. Oh, I don't think I got a lot in here. I really hate opaque. You know, opaque is good for the product, but you can't see nothing. Okay. This is Midnight Jasmine by Pearlescent Parfums. And if you don't know about Midnight Jasmine, and a lot of people don't, and a lot of people don't. So yeah. So that's what happened. And then, like I said, he came back and said he about to do another video. I'm like, ooh wee. He just coming for folks. He coming for folks right now. And so and he's yes, it's another good one. Now people be sleeping on this Midnight Jasmine. But you know I love plums, so so yeah, that's what's going on. The interesting thing now, Joy Amin, and I don't know if y'all watch him. I watch him. Joy Amin. So Joy Amin is Indian. He's from Bangladesh, and he's he does reviews. Matter of fact, to be quite honest, he's always been doing Middle Easterns because he's in India, and he's the one who actually was the only person I could find when I first saw Rasasi's Jasmine Wisp, when I was trying to find out anything about it, because there was nothing about the notes or anything when I saw it, and he was the only person that I saw had done a review on it. So that's how I wound up buying it, was because of him. So I watch him every once in a while. He did a reaction video to it, and he agreed with him on a lot of points. I was like, Now we were talking about it, so we're like, so the problem with what he's doing is that he is putting out information, but it can be seen because, and I'm saying this, and I'm gonna put it out there correctly, because he's been around so long, and these other people have outstripped, have out populared him. So like I looked at his subscriber count. It's under 60,000. Well, you have a lot of people who, and I'm telling you, he been around forever, who have much larger viewership than him. So it could come off as kind of being a hater. So even though what he's saying is true, hi Mark, it can be perceived as him just jealous. Now, I don't even know if he's necessarily jealous. And I think oftentimes, and this is just the truth of it, because I'm sure people say this about me, when you tell the truth about things that people don't want you to tell, people get mad at you. And then they say you're jealous or hating. Robes 08. Robes 08. I forget his real name. Because he has a huge Facebook group. He runs a really huge Facebook group, and like I said, he's been around for a long time, but he's not as popular as a lot of people who, yeah, and that's kind of what it felt like, but it will be perceived as him being jealous. I think a lot of people are going to, especially when you talk about specific people and their stands get involved, I think it's going to get a little ugly. So, and he said he coming for folks. And I will say that on many levels, I get where he's coming from, because it has become, I will say this. I don't see anything wrong with people being compensated, making money from it. I don't see anything wrong with that, but you need to be a little transparent. Like, for instance, if Beyonce does a Coke commercial and says, "Ooh, drink Coke, I love it," we know she getting paid. No shame in that, right? But it's so funny is that on this side, doing what I'm doing here and what other people do, there is people will not trust you. Let me say this. We watch commercials with celebrities in them all the time, and we still buy the products. We still use the services because we look at them as celebrities, and that's okay. And it's okay they get paid millions of dollars. But it's so interesting that as a viewer on YouTube, you don't want the people who are doing this to ever get paid by anybody. And if they do, then you don't trust them. But you want them to continue doing it, but you don't want them to get paid. But in order to keep doing it, they do need to figure out ways to make money at it. So even though I don't necessarily know if I will do, like do things like that because just for the money, but I'm never going to down somebody for doing it for that. What I say is that there has to be a little more transparency, so then you can take it with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? Like, Because Beyonce say she drink Coke, that don't mean I'm gonna drink Coke, right? But so why is there this problem for people to do the same thing here? You know, it's like, oh, and you ain't making nowhere near the million. We ain't getting, no one's getting the millions that these people are getting paid, and we think it's cool. We're okay with it because that's acceptable. But did I just do what I just? Oh, I did. So think about that. Yeah, it did come off very and that's the problem with it. He gave some good points, but the delivery, and I think what the other issue is that he was naming people and using their videos, and he really started getting real personal about how he talked about these people to say that it felt like there was some jealousy involved with that, because he could have done the same thing using the same product, and he didn't have to say people, he didn't have to pull their videos to prove it. He could have said, now go look at the people who are you know, go look and see. Well, the thing is that see, here's the thing, this is fragrance, right? In beauty community, they got caught years ago with the FTC, so they always put in when they get paid. The problem is also is that so me, and then he was talking about discount codes. Okay, well, guess what? I got a discount code, and to say that they, once again, I don't force. No one forces you to spend your money, and no one forces you to use their discount code. They have it there. They tell you. If you like them and you have similar tastes and you like what they talk about and you use their discount code to help support what they're doing, why wouldn't you? Because I was going to do a video about that anyway, talking about how to help support people's channels, right? Yeah. And I mean, and because it's a way to help pay. Now, that doesn't mean everybody uses them affiliate codes, but they're there. Hold on. Yeah. And actually he has a few affiliate codes, so that's what was like funny about it. And listen, now to me, like for instance, for me, and I'm just gonna be honest at this point, I have a Joma Shop code. I shop heavily at Joma Shop. If I could get a fragrance in that affiliate link, I would have it. I have an Amazon link. Amazon get more money than they need to get from me. Real talk. Where are my towels? Shit, I gotta bring them down. So I bought me some bath sheets. Oh, and they're this blush pink. They're so cute. Okay, anyway, let me tell y'all what happened today. I bought me these cute little silver hoops because I need to wear earrings more. Took them off down here, and somehow one of them dropped, and I cannot figure out where that damn thing dropped. So I wore them one time, and I have lost one. Exactly. Yes, he does get PR. He does have discount codes. Exactly, Michael. So it's like for me, for instance, I honestly think about certain things and I'll be like, would I really get an affiliate code from them? Because like me, and I do have this thing, and I'm not even gonna front and lie that I don't. This is a personal thing. I don't take nothing away from anybody. I don't necessarily know if I would want an affiliate code from someplace that I wouldn't personally purchase from. Because I'm talking about, because I'm all about saving money, getting the best deal. And if this place I would never purchase from, because I mean, like, the only way it would be like, okay, I'm gonna purchase from them is because it's something that I can't get a hold of, right? Yes, I agree, Mark. That's exactly it. If he had stayed focused on the things like the talk, explaining talking points, and said, so when you see videos and they're all coming out and they say, and you hear certain words, those are talking points that the brand has told them to say, has specifically asked for. And then you start seeing similarities of reviews because here's the thing, to say that similarity of reviews, that assumes people um that people are watching all of those people to notice the similarities. Now that's the thing. Like for instance, in order for someone to notice the talking points, to be quite honest, they have to watch a few people to say, oh, wait a minute, I heard that a few times. So that's what that so that's what they said. But if they just watch like one or two people and one of them says that, they're not going to have no talking. They're not going to make a difference, right? I'm just being honest. When it was like, ugh, when he started calling out people's names and started showing their videos, that's when it got cringy. I was like, oh, no, you didn't. Oh, that's when I was like cringy. It was like, this is about to go real damn bad. It was like, oh, this is about to go real bad. Midnight Jasmine. And the last one I'm about to do is Tonka Azure. Oh, my phone about to die. Blueberry champagne cocktail. There we go. I feel accomplished because I got this this weekend. I'm really doing some stuff around. That's funny. Oh, by the way, just so y'all know, I'm probably gonna go back to having to use YouTube Live again and get rid of StreamYard soon because I gotta see when this goes into effect. Yeah, yeah, because StreamYard is about to like almost um Tonka Azure. It's a blueberry champagne vibe, and it dries down with a little muskiness. This is Pearlescent Parfums. But yeah, it was like, woo, child. And that's when it got cringy. Like, oh no, you didn't have to do that. So it's got Tonka in it. So as it dries down, it has. Did I just do these too short? I sure did. Girl, shut up. You want to go outside? Because you've been in all day. You want to go out? You shouldn't go out in the nighttime. You know, it's the nocturnal. The raccoons be out and stuff. That ain't your life anymore, Juicy. So stop acting like it is. I think I did it again. Okay, no, I didn't. So yeah, it made it real cringy and it made it look like, you know, he was in his feelings. It came off like he was in his feelings. It was like, oh, right. Yeah, but so it's very, yeah. So that was that. So thank y'all for hanging out with me. I'm not, she can't go out till the daytime. She don't. I don't let her out till it's daytime. I don't let her. She be trying to. You know how she is, Quirk. She be trying to live that half street life. But actually, we have a privacy fence now, so she really don't even. Hardly anything can get in the yard now. Because let me tell you, they put that damn privacy fence so low that it was like You can barely. He can. She can barely get out. She can't really get out the yard now. She's stuck, and I don't think really anything can really get in unless they crawl underneath. And the raccoon ain't done here. The raccoon ain't coming because the garbage is on the outside. So what the raccoon want is on the outside in the alley. Oh, once I get it all together, I'm gonna have to take a picture and show y'all because we got some new furniture out there, and we have it's got a fire table, which reminds me, I gotta tell them to put that together because I would like to run that fire table before it gets. Well, no, StreamYard is going increasing, Michael, to like I saw something there said she has not been going through the closet lately. We're back to being friends because remember we were going through the non-friend phase. But let me go back to StreamYard for a second. StreamYard is increasing like by $20 a month. It's like going up to like $45 a month. So I'm probably getting rid of it because it's just too much. It's they done lost their damn mind. Now, Juicy has not been going through the closet. Juicy is actually my friend again because part of her going through the closet was she wasn't friendly with me. She was kind of standoffish, because after we went on vacation and we left her in the house by herself, she decided she don't like us. She didn't like me, but now she likes me again. So we friends again. Now she sleep on the bed. Now she want to cuddle at night. Yeah, they're going up. I saw something and I was like, whoa, 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 what am I reading? And it's like the base one is $45 a month. And then I think and then it goes up from there. Cause like somebody was saying, I think one of the the highest one is gonna be like $98 a month. They done lost their damn mind. Somebody said, yeah, cause they're gonna lose a lot of customers, and they're gonna lose because I don't. Hi, Arlene. So I was like, yeah, I might just go back to using YouTube. That's fine. That's fine. Because I ain't paying 40 something dollars for it. No, I'm not. And see, I feel like this. Exactly. I feel like this. If you want to do that to the people who are coming in, your new customers. Leave the grandfather the people who've been using your stuff to help you get to this point. Leave them where they are. But no, you gonna make what you're not gonna get is that kind of money from me. Yep, so that's her. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off of here now. I'm gonna go on and chill. I'm gonna get ready for bed and go chill. And see y'all this weekend. I think I'm gonna finally do my video tomorrow, and I'm gonna try to post it up tomorrow. And then work on some other things. Got some other things in the works. And yeah. See, y'all have a great night. It was awesome talking to you all, as always. So go ahead, honey, and let me tell y'all, if y'all came in late, y'all need to come through because we talked about a lot of stuff, honey. This was a good juicy live. This was a juicy live. I'm telling you. Let me tell y'all, let me give y'all the highlights. We talked about James Earl, what's the fuck is his name? James Earl Jones? Yes. I'll be talking about a lot of them. Yes. I'll be talking about a lot of things. I got some plans. We talked about him. We talked about Shannon Sharpe. We talked about Frankie Beverly. And I did a whole story time about my job. So there we have it. So this was a very chatty time. Thank you, because I was trying to finish these decants. So, because I've been promising some people some stuff to try, and I'm going to finally get it out. All right, y'all. It was good talking to you all as always. Y'all have a great night. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we talked about that. Yes, yes, we talked about that. Okay, yes. All right. Talk to you all later. Bye bye.